Now, let's move on to our final topic. We're just going to talk about the Nuggets. This has been Strictly Ball Business.
Strictly ball business.
Strictly ball business.
I like that video.
Shit.
They got two major guys on their team that is coming back, filling roles. I want to know what you're thinking about them. Do you think they're fitting in fine? Do you think the Nuggets? We had high expectations for the Nuggets. Do you think the Nuggets are going to meet those expectations by the end of the year? By the time the playoffs come around, they're going to do it.
I think overall, these guys, Jamal Murray and MPJ, are going to need some time to get more aggressive, more confident, really get it going. I think once we're in the halfway point of the season and back half, you're going to really see those guys take over games and really be able to take the load off of Jokic's shoulders. But for now, they are not pushing too hard. They're trying to stay within themselves, not overshoot if they're, having a slumpy night. But I like, MPJ seems like he's getting it going more than Jamal Murray. I don't know. Jamal Murray just seems like he's kind of dishing it away more often. But to be fair, Jamal Murray missed a lot of time, like almost 2 full seasons in reality. So it's great to see them both back because they had some tough injuries. They're coming back from. A lot of people really wrote off MPJ immediately because this is like his third back surgery he's had in the last 5 years, or like 5 or 6 years. So, fair thing to be wary about, but he's looking great. So what do you think about these guys?
You covered it all. I mean, Michael Porter Jr., I think he's falling into his role a lot faster. Granted, he just got injured last season, like the beginning of last season, right? And he's always had back problems, but I think he's able to fit into it more because Jamal is fitting back into the point guard role, which Jokic was filling last year. I think it's fine. They're both average. It's not terrible efficiency. Jamal's still just shooting 35 from 3. That's really what sticks out to me. 43% from field is pretty fine for a guard. I'm pretty sure that's what Donovan Mitchell's averaging. But it's the 35. I think that's if this is the just coming back from injury, he's gonna get better, and he's known for being better as a shooter. And they still have guys they have such a solid core. These guys went to the playoffs the year before. KCP is such a great guy to fall back onto. Aaron Gordon's been one of the most solid guys on this roster since he came here. He's been great. I've always loved him,
even as a scorer, surprisingly.
Yeah, averaged 15 points a game and 15, 16 a game last season effectively. And now this year he's 14.5 points per game, 57% field goal, but then 31 from 3, 62 from free throw. That's not that good, but he's still a +5 player. He's the second best player on this team according to plus minus.
He's mixing in some big games too when they've needed him, getting some 20-point games, which is surprising to see from him sometimes, but he can get it going. He can be aggressive, and ultimately, I think he's just a great team player. And I think our expectations for the Nuggets are reasonable. I think they do not have as much depth as they've had in past years. Like Bones Highland is a fine player, but they really, I feel like, are missing some scoring off the bench.
They have what I like to it's like a carnival type of bench. You'll get guys like the Timberwolves have a very prototypical bench where they're like, this is our bench, these are the guys that are going to run their rotations, these are our starters. The Nuggets really they're like, all right, Jokic is coming off, DeAndre Jordan's come in, Murray's going to become the primary ball handler, and then they do that where they have guys to fill positions, like to play roles rather than here's our bench coming on. They're like, they're going to filter the starters. It's like staggered where all the roles are still filled by starters. They just have filler guys like Bruce Brown's just a defender who can hit a 3, and then they got Bones Highland who can run a tertiary offense. DeAndre Jordan who's good for rebounding. Jeff Green, solid. They have all these guys that just come in and fill like minor roles because they'll always still have like 1 or 2 starters on the floor, which is not bad. That's the way Mike Malone's always played it, which is fine. It's super good. They're not even playing that many minutes, so I'm pretty sure it's fine. It'll be fine. I actually didn't think they were going to get that MPJ and Murray were going to be this good this early. Honestly, I do think if they're already averaging 16 points each, I think they'll be where we expect them to be by playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, we're still very early in the season, and even in the next 10, 15 games, you could see a lot of improvement out of these guys. So it'll be interesting to see where they can get to. I think ultimately they'll both be averaging over 20 points per game in the second half of the season. That's my prediction. I'm going to stamp it.
Okay. I hope so. I got Jamal on my fantasy team. I got some nice trivia questions for you. And if you guys want to participate down below, you can in your head. You can comment us whether you got it right or not. Jokic, what do you think his 3-point percentage is now with all this extra help? First, has it gone up or down?
What was he at last year?
What was he at last year? His last year stats were 33. Let's say 34%.
33%. 34% from 3 last year. I think he is up at 36%.
You think he's up at 36%?
Yeah.
He is down to 28%.
Oh, he's struggling this year. Oh man,
pretty crazy. He is taking 2 less threes. 2 less threes a game. Now, so field goal attempts. What do you think his field goal attempts are this year? With two scoring options back. What do you think? What's his field goal? How much has it dipped? How many shots is he not taking now that these two are back? It's pretty surprising, actually.
I'm guessing he's taking like 4 less a game.
4 less a game? Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah. He was about 17.7 last year. Now he's at 13.1. So almost 5. If you round it up, 18 to 5, almost 5. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. That 5. He's only down 5 field goals, and then they both are taking where's their field goals? 15 and 12. Jamal's taking 15 shots. Michael Porter's getting 12. So that kind of constitutes where all the depth is going, where all the scoring is coming from. Just to solidify what I was talking about with how it's a very role-filled bench that they just kind of fill them in for that stuff. But did you guys get those right? Comment them below. Let us know. You got anything else this episode, Alec? Did we hit everything?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the NBA is swizzling, it's swazzling. I am excited to see where things go. We're still very early in the season where, you know, there's just fun games all the time. I'm watching tons of basketball. The Blazers, I'm having a fun time watching. The Jazz are a fun team to watch. All right, guys, that was strictly ball business, and we loved hearing you.